Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to My Sports Wire. Here bringing you tape-delayed action of the Lady Norsemen taking on the Sandwich Indians. We are in Sandwich, Illinois, kind of in the upper right corner if you're looking at the stands. I'm Phil Chapman along my side. Monica Williams, glad to have you with us, Monica. We've got the Indians of Sandwich here tonight. Our match sponsored by NCG Cinemas. You can check out all the current movies, www.ncgmovies.com. Make sure you select Yorkville. They've got numerous theaters around the country. Select the Yorkville and go ahead and get in there. They have $5 movie specials on Tuesdays as well. Take advantage of those. Well, Monica, Sandwich Indians, they've played, I believe, 3 matches so far. What have they done so far this year, and what should we be our fans be looking for?
That's correct. Sandwich is coming in with a record of 2-1. They did their season opener against Aurora Central Catholic. They won that game in 2. They next played Hinckley Big Rock, and they also won that one in 2. They did take their first loss of the season in their home opener. They played Mendota at home, and they won that first game 25-23, and then dropped the next 2, 25-23 and 25-14 in their home opener. It looks like Ava Nepper is their setter, running a 5-1. She's a junior, and they're relying a lot on her hands. She's pretty good at reading the opponent's block and setting accordingly. That's kind of what they are really touting as one of her gifts as a setter. They've graduated a couple of power hitters last year, so obviously when you lose a couple of big hitters, that's a big rebuild for a team. But they do have a 6'1 freshman coming in, Audrey Rome, and another power hitter, Jalen Vanna. Yeah, and we'll have to see what unfolds the rest of the night. We did see them play this summer.
We did. We saw them several times. We played them a couple, 3 times. We were victorious in those, but we always know that summer is different than actual fall competition. And so you take no one lightly. Summer's not always a direct reflection of how good, bad, or indifferent you're going to be.
Oftentimes in the summer, people are gone, have different conflicts with schedules, so you may not be playing the full team for either of them or for us. They took 3rd in that Great Lakes Center Power League. There was a tournament in Serena this summer, and they took 2nd in that tournament as well.
Yeah, the Lady Norsemen come in with a record of 2-0. Beating Marquette, starting things off there in 2 straight sets, and then 2 straight sets at our home game against Lyle last Thursday. The Lady Norsemen are averaging 11.8 kills per set, hitting at a clip of 366. They only have 1 block for the entire season, and they just haven't really played teams that are getting a lot of kills against us, and so that's reflective in our blocks, getting touches here and there, but not even a lot of touches. Again, you need a lot of kills in that, and you see that in the digs. We're averaging 8.5 digs in those 2 matches. We have 24 aces in 4 sets. That's pretty outstanding. 6 aces per set.
We're a strong serving team, and Newark historically is that. And that, as a coach, that's one thing you want to drive home. We're not giving away free points to the other team, and Newark has done a great job at the line of getting there and serving consistently.
Yeah, it has been really nice to see the serving going so well. In fact, as a team, 24.5% of the time we are getting an ace, which is absolutely crazy. We're serving 86.7% in. As a serving team. Last year we ended the season at a 93% clip. And we've been putting a lot more velocity on it. You see that in those aces. So when you add those aces in there compared to where we were after 2 matches last year, we're definitely up on that. As far as hitting, we are attacking the ball as well as we can. Again, averaging 11.8 kills per set. We're hitting 366 as a team, led by sophomore Maddie Malone hitting a 536, Maddie Chapman, the middle, hitting a 500, and Megan Williams also has 7 kills, I believe, for the year. So 17 kills for Malone, 11 for Chapman, and 7 for Williams to round off the top 3 in kills. And all we're seeing is just continued added confidence with this team. They're having a good time with what they're doing. They're enjoying one another, but they're definitely competing hard. And no matter what the competition is doing, we saw that at Lyle. Lyle was down 5 players, yet they kept their intensity up. The first set, if you remember, 25-6.
It was a little closer the second game. We, I think, let our guard down a little bit. It's hard to keep that intensity up sometimes as an athlete, but that's a sign of a good team as we continue in those moments to push ourselves forward. I know the girls are running some new plays in practice, and it will be interesting to see if we see some of those new offensive things run in the game yet tonight.
Yeah, let's hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back for our pregame. Focus on this side of the court quite a bit. Let's see here. Are we already? A little bit to the left. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Well, we thank all of our sponsors, and we thank NCG Cinema as our game sponsor for tonight. We appreciate them, and you can check them out. They're right in Yorkville. Great movie theater to come and enjoy a good movie. I know me and the kids, we enjoy going there a lot, as often as we can. If you want to be a sponsor, whether sponsoring a game or sponsoring throughout the season, which we have several full season sponsors, just go ahead and contact us. Go to mysportswire.com, and right at the bottom you can contact us directly. If you know me personally, Phil Chapman, you can just text me or give me a buzz, and we can get you squared away in that. I know that request comes often, so we want to be able to help you out with that. Monica, what are the keys do you see for tonight in order to win this battle between the Indians of Sandwich?
Well, you know, we've touched on a lot of those things, that the hitting, just getting into that offensive groove for us is important. Blocking, like you said, we've only had one block on the season. It would be fun to see this being a night of really turning that block on. I know a lot of times we haven't had opportunities. I know my Megan, after one of the matches, the last match at home, she said, you know, I went through a whole rotation and didn't even attempt to block one because there wasn't even a set over there. So it would be fun to see a stronger game at the net have to take place tonight. Olivia is doing a good job there with her hands and just really reading. I think one of our strengths that just goes as an unsung hero is our back row. Maggie Scott is a beast.
Yeah, she is.
Playing libero for us back row, and you add to that, Naomi Sweeney comes in, so aggressive and so scrappy. They've got good direction on the ball. Morgan Richards also comes in to pass for us as well.
Yeah, kudos to Kenna Borton as well, stepping in there for Alyssa Gittens in that starting role, and she's done a nice job jumping in there and being able to get some kills in there, get a couple touches. So we hope to. What's that, buddy?
Someone's coming up here looking for an outlet. I thought maybe they were coming to give us the Wi-Fi so we could get on and broadcast this live to you on YouTube, but there's a firewall here.
My boy Bino from Sandwich, we talk a lot during the Plano Christmas Classic. He's a great guy, working hard on the football side of things. He's always serves as the manager here. You got to appreciate him. He literally came up so I could charge his phone. So you got to love that. Yeah, great to see all the different hard work going in. You see all the JV players and freshmen out there helping out, making sure that the balls aren't falling back. I talked to Alyssa Gittens, and she's still taking care of that ankle, just trying to get it nursed back to health, and we'll get her back sooner than later, and we just hope they all take their time in that full recovery process. Newark plays at the Mantino tournament this weekend, and that should be a good tournament, and that's an all-day Saturday affair. If you want to go out there, we will not be broadcasting that. That's played on 2 different courts. The setup is a little bit different. You're from kind of an upper level is where it's viewed from. Moving.
Kenny took one to the head there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Really hot, by the way, at this gym. And if you're here and watching the state delayed, you know what that is like. And but my wife brought us a fan.
Thanks,
from
Sherry.
home. That was huge of Sherry to bring us that fan, and so we've been able to stay somewhat cool. Well, we're going to hear from our sponsors. We'll hear from 5B's Catering. You and I both know them very well. We'll be right back.
Wiffles Hybrids is in business for one reason, to help corn growers be more profitable. With hybrids loaded with the highest performing genetics and the most advanced traits, and employees who genuinely care about your success, plant Wiffles. Because profitability starts with better products and better people. For more information, contact Richard Kunkel, your Wiffles Hybrid Seed Rep in Newark at 815-482-0005. At Wiffles, you're more than a number.
Again, our game sponsor, NCG Cinemas, ncgmovies.com. We're going to go to the auditorium mic now for the national anthem, I Would Assume.
Good people make good sports, and sports without sportsmanship have no place in youth scholastic activities. We encourage you to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout the contest, no matter what your personal loyalty may be towards one team or the other. At this time, we would please rise to remove all hats, face the flag, and join me in singing by the Sandwich Star-Spangled Singers our national anthem.
starting lineups here. First, the Newark Norsemen. We've got a lot of fans here. I mean, there's Megan Williams, freshman. Maddie Chapman. She's a junior. By the way, friends, we're going to try to explain some of the. There's Olivia Nelson. We'll explain some of the rules and that type of stuff, just to try to help you along, because sometimes this is new and you don't know some of the actual rules and stuff. There's Maddie Malone, the outstanding sophomore, leading the team in kills with 17 this year. There's Kenna Borton, starting at center in place of the injured Alyssa Gittens. Kenna being a junior. Morgan Richards, defensive specialist, senior. Comedy specialist.
That she is.
There's the outstanding libero, Maggie Scott, just quite an athlete all around, and she has done a nice job as usual. And here come the Sandwich Indians here. Ava Nepper, right?
Correct. Ava's their setter. They run a 5-1, which means she is going to set the entire game. She sets in the front row and can also hit in the front row, but when she's in the back row, she is a setter only for their team.
That's Jalen Vanna, one of my childhood good friend's daughters, so always good to see that. Cindy Vanna,
she's a good
grandma.
hitter for them.
Oh, then she throws it over to the Newark fans. Abby Ripsky, middle hitter. Isabel Schultz, I believe, an outside hitter. No, excuse me, that was Brooke Johnson, right side hitter. Cheyenne Mitchell, an outside hitter. She's a senior. That's Audrey Romy. She's a freshman. 6'2",
6'1".
6'1". There's the libero. She's a sophomore. Threw that over. Looks like some of the Sandwich kids sitting in the front row, right in front of the Newark section, and so it looks like they're intertwining a little bit. So we're getting ready for welcoming. The referees switch positions. The up ref goes to the down ref. That means the person that's standing on the ground. And then the up ref, or the down ref, now moves to the up ref, which means goes up on the, I like to call it a perch.
I wish in high school sports they do like they do in club, and they always have a line judge at the opposite corners. It's a nice feature to have, but they don't run that
in Indiana,
in the high school game.
In Indiana, every home team is required to provide.
Really, at the high school level?
At the high school level, which we had 2 high school girls that were extremely proficient and just had the flags, and they didn't miss a play. And it was so nice to have that there.
College volleyball always runs with an up ref, a down ref, and 2 line judges, as does club volleyball.
Yeah, and they just have the kids do it. Here you could have volunteers, just like you do running the scorer's table. We'll be attempting to keep all the stats this game. We usually keep a whole bunch of them, but we're going to see what we can do about keeping them all. I've got your daughter as a backup, keeping digs and serve receive.
Go, Marissa. All right, we're ready to start this match here. Their 4th match of the season and our 3rd.
Free ball over the top. Touch out of bounds. 1-0 in favor of Sandwich. Got to get those hands turned in.
Yep.
serve receive. Maggie will.
Oh, we're struggling to get in the offense there.
Yeah, we
Starts
are.
with a good pass, doesn't it? We need that first pass on the ball.
Crucial. In the net, Norseman will get the point, 1-1. Checking in Naomi Sweeney. She'll be serving her first time.
Naomi with the jump serve to the middle.
Gets an ace right off the bat. There's our 25th ace of the season. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
A lot of talking from both teams. A lot of talking from the fans out of bounds. Nice service by Sweeney. Here's a shot, just a floater. Nice job, nice dig, but out of bounds.
Both teams are running a 5-1, which leaves the setter to set the entire game, front row and back row. Ava Nepper is setting for the Sandwich Indians and Olivia Nelson for the Newark Norsemen. There we go, nice up.
And that was pretty much straight down. Wow.
She had a great angle on that too. That was about a 10-foot line hit there. If you saw that hit about it, that orange line there, which is the 10-foot line on the volleyball court.
What a beautiful hit by Malone. Chapman with the serve. Gets the ace. Second ace of the game of the match for the Norsemen. 26 on the year.
Newark with the lead of 4-2.
Chapman with the serve, goes back left corner. They got the touch, but it went out of bounds. Again, got to get those hands angled there. You see Chapman checking out just outside of your screen. Chapman jumps out and the libero comes in. That's just a free substitution. There's a nice pass over to Malone.
Nice high
Crushes it
outside.
down. 2 for 2 for Malone.
Maddie's such a consistent hitter. She's got a beautiful swing and a very consistent approach on the ball.
Service. 5-3 in favor of the Norsemen. There's a floater. Maggie right there to Olivia. Back sets over to Evie. Evie gets the
Good
hit,
job at
gets
using the
kill.
full net there.
It really was.
I think they were expecting us to come back out to Maddie Malone, and she pulled some of the block off there, leaving a good help for Evie outside.
Third assist for Olivia. She'll continue her ways of serving. Good distribution. 6-3 in favor of the Lady Norsemen. Maggie pulls it up.
Nice
out
up.
to Malone. Crushes it down!
And the corner was wide open for that ball.
She hasn't needed to go line. That's fourth assist by Olivia. Third kill by Maddie Malone. Wow. 7-3 in favor of the Lady Norsemen.
Off speed.
Rolls it. Nice job by Naomi getting it. Out to Malone. Malone turns it. Gets the kill attempt. Doesn't get it down. Back out. Maggie out. Back out to Malone, who crushes down the line. That's what you're talking about, Monica.
Absolutely. If you get them pulling that coverage over, you saw their defense was shifting, and because she's been hitting cross-court all night, left the line wide open, and she took it.
And I'll tell you what the key there was a perfect pass by Maggie.
It was a
right to
great
Olivia.
pass and a beautiful set. Oh,
Got him on that short one. Olivia, if you're wondering why Olivia didn't get that, she has an expectation that the defense behind her is going to get it so she can get the second one and gets that set up. We're wiping the floor there, as you can see on the screen, and the referee cued.
motion for the serve.
Yeah. 8-4 in favor of the Lady Norsemen.
It is hot in here. I am sure that is one sweaty floor when those girls are down.
Right into the net. We'll take that. Megan Williams set to check in for Naomi. Megan will play the front. Naomi plays the defensive specialist in the back. Malone back to serve. Malone's first serve of the match. Good decision letting that ball go. Malone will get another serve. Norseman up 10-4. What's the key with Maddie Malone's serve? It's just been so consistent these last
She's
2
very
years.
consistent. She can serve the positions very consistently.
Williams crushes it down. They're able to control it.
Back set to Evie.
And hits it out. Nice attempt, but couldn't get it to go. Ten to 5. And another net serve. Chapman will come back in. Borton out. Meggie Scott back to serve. Maggie's first time serving.
Lady Norseman with a lead of 11 to 5.
Another ace for the Norsemen. That's the third ace of the match. 12 to 5 with the lead. Coach Grayson giving instructions where to put that service. There's another floater, and Malone just got caught in her almost like concrete right there. She knew it too as soon as it happened.
Didn't read that one.
Well, they're not
It
hitting it
happens.
hard. They're trying
No,
to
they're
float
not.
it over the blockers. They got blocked a lot in the summer, and so they're trying to avoid that. Nice hit by Williams.
Bouncing
Rattles
in the
around and
ceiling.
gets the kill. It's a long way to get a kill, but she got it.
Subs in for both teams. Morgan Richards to the line to serve. Newark is up 13-6.
Morgan's first time serving in the match, 13 to 6. And she serves it into the net. That's our first error of the evening in serving.
And hopefully our last.
Yeah, hopefully our last. Morgan would like to have that one back. Floater.
Nice up. Run the
Back
slide.
to Chapman and hit right off her hands, gets the kill. You hit that hard enough, it's going to bounce right off. That's Chapman's first kill on her first attempt.
Naomi Sweeney.
Yep, her third service. She's got one ace tonight. Chapman gets it, and then they call the lift. She got the initial block, but it came back on her side, and then gets the lift.
It is legal for those of you watching for her to block and then pass the ball, but that next contact happened to be a double hit, which got a lip there.
Well said. 14-8, Norseman with the lead, and third or fourth net serve for the Indians. Chapman back to serve.
We evened up on those errors. One for us, one for them. All right, back to the line here. Let's go, Newark.
Chapman going to be serving. Puts it in the one slot. Gets the ace, her second of the evening.
Excellent cross court.
See what coach calls here again. I'm guessing she'll keep it in a similar location. Maddie's got that floater that goes back.
And those serve receiving are watching her approach. They're watching her swing and her footwork to try to anticipate where that ball's going. Again, they drop it short in the middle. We're going to have to make that adjustment.
Yeah.
That's twice now. They've done an off speed right to that hole on us.
Yeah, coach isn't happy about that. That hole's got to be plugged. Those are just little floaters. Fourth or fifth net serve. Again, we'll take those gifts. 17-9. It's a commanding lead. Abby Martin in the match, in the set. Livia's fifth serve of the night.
Good job, Naomi.
That was a good up. They're able to dig that one out on Malone's kill. We'll
Good
try
coverage
it one
by
more
Naomi.
time. Right back at her. And they got it.
That's a hard one. I'm sure Olivia doesn't want to drop it in the hole, and yet I think Naomi could have had that one. That's a hard ball to read when it's in the middle, especially when we've dropped a couple in the hole.
Right, it goes back to that. She wants to get that second
Exactly.
touch, and she doesn't want to get that first touch, then she can't set it.
So setter's got the second ball. That's just the way volleyball runs. They're going to try to take every second ball.
Great decision by Maggie there. Another error by the Indians.
Megan Malone back in the game. Maddie Malone to serve. Newark with a commanding lead of 18-10.
Malone service. Here's the situation. Nice job by the set by Scott. Have not got a block yet. 18-11. Now there we saw Olivia taking the first hit, and she passed it back to our libero. Was that intentional?
I believe it is. Maggie has got great hands, and they do use her a lot of times to take that second one. Maggie set at the junior high level.
Great dig by Malone. Over to Williams and pounds it down.
Yeah, nice hit, Megan. Maggie Scott back for the serve. Maggie's got a strong arm on her.
Maggie's got one ace already on the evening. 19-11. Race to 20 here. 25 is a set.
Good coverage.
Back set to Malone, and they get the block. Big block by the freshman. Good decision by Olivia, but good block by the freshman, spotting it up right there. Malone will make a mental note of that for the next time she
will.
attacks from the back.
Oh, short serve. Maddie got a touch on it. We
Barn
weren't quite
through
ready for
between
that. Those
to,
let serves.
The middles get touches
Yeah, right.
on the serve receive. That's out of bounds. Slicer. Norsemen have received many gifts this set.
We have.
And so Sandwich has got to be satisfied with the fact of where they're at with as many gifts as they've given as coming back in that second set.
Morgan Richards back for the serve. Newark is leading 20-13.
Nice service. Free ball coming over. A little bit stronger than a free ball. Nice pass. Out to Williams. Pounds
A touch.
it down.
Looked like they had a
Got the
touch there.
That was a gift. Good hard hit. It makes it hard to respond. And we'll be right back after these commercials. Timeout sponsored by Mark's Auto Service. Give them a call, 815-695-5500. And our game sponsor is NCG Cinemas, ncgmovies.com. Well, Norsemen definitely have some things to clean up here in this first set.
We do. Probably our biggest thing is that coverage of the off-speed hit when our blockers are up, just picking it up in that hole. Morgan Richards serving with a score of 21-13.
Wide set. And that hit
There
the
we go. We
antenna.
got that block. We turned it in. I'm surprised you didn't call that. It looked like it hit the antenna.
So
The
they
antenna
called
is
a block.
out of bounds immediately. That is like hitting the wall. It's dead.
So Chapman and Olivia get the assisted block, but I don't believe that they should have because it hit the antenna.
Coming over for a free ball, watching it short.
Out to Williams, who crushes it. Yep, they called
Yeah,
the
they had a
touch.
touch.
Williams was begging for it, and she got it. Her fourth kill of the night.
Morgan Richards with the serve again. How many is this for her here?
This will be her fifth serve. 23-13. Norseman with a commanding lead now. That's long.
They got a touch.
Wow, got the ace.
And we're going for set one, game point right here with a lead of 24-13 in favor of the Lady Norsemen.
Morgan Richards with her sixth serve of the set. She has an ace, as you just saw. Nice spot
Nice serve,
there.
a lefty.
Floater again.
Got that tip in there.
Back to Chapman.
Nice
who
slide.
crushes it down. They pull it up.
Yep. Going for the
Malone.
save. It's still alive.
Get over!
Oh, what a great effort, ladies.
We all were leaning to try to help that.
You bet we were.
24-14. Still set point here. Out to Williams. Hits it off the hand.
Looks like it touched
Yep.
them.
Got the
And
touch
that's for the
again.
game. 25-14 is set one of this match tonight for the Lady Varsity team.
25-14. We'll be back right after this.
Underhill Trucking is more than just a local business.
This company was started by my family in 1932.
You never know where you will see one of our trucks.
We have 10 trucks and we are proud to serve our customers.
Call us for all your grain, flatbed, tanker, and dump trailer needs.
So call the Underhills for all your trucking needs.
Well, our second set is sponsored by Underhill Trucking, Gary and Sherry Underhill. You saw Newark alumni and Upper Iowa member Dylan Patrick there in the Underhill commercial because he's like family with Gary and Sherry Underhill. They've done life together, been neighbors for most of Dylan's life. But we appreciate Gary and Sherry Underhill and all that they do for Newark sports. If we go through the stats here real quick, in assists, Olivia has 11 assists so far. Looking at aces, Chapman with 2, Morgan, Meggie, and Naomi each with a single ace. Looking at kills, Megan Williams with 5 kills, Maddie Malone with 4, Chapman and Martin each with a single kill. We have 3 errors on either serves. We have 1 error on a serve and 2 errors on hits thus far. So not horrible. We have one block. We saw that a little bit earlier. I was talking to Bill a little bit earlier, and he was just telling me how encouraged he was by the Scott family and how they just encouraged him so much and through this time, and they continue to encourage him. And I know that they have a great relationship with him. But so good to see Bill, was it not?
Oh, it was fantastic to see him. We're just praying for some great results to happen after this dialysis starts. So just praying that these kidneys will return their function.
So what's the key for the Norsemen to clean up, especially the amount of floaters, dinks, rolls that Sandwich has given to us?
I just think I think the ability of that back row or the people who are doing the coverage to read that hit, they're really going to have to watch that hitter to see is that hitter going to take that hit or are they going to take the set, and adjusting their coverage accordingly. That is big for us defensively to pick up the things that are in that hole. And the other one is for blockers to come up strong and really be intentional about the direction of their hands as they're taking that block to just keep that block back in the court on the other side.
Yeah, interesting enough, I was looking over this yesterday. We have not had a blocking error, which means you're touching the net. That's usually the primary thing that gets a blocking error. Your legs touch the bottom of the net or your hands touch the top of the net. Those types of errors we just have not had this year, which is great.
You're right. They've been clean on the block, and we're a tall team, and we've got some girls with some significant hops up in there in the front row, and I think the block is going to be a big part of our game as we continue to face tough opponents.
Naomi with another beautiful serve to start the second set.
Nice
Here's a nice
up.
pass. Slide to Chapman. Chapman.
Timing was just a little bit off.
What's the call?
Called
They
a
called a
lift there
lift.
at Maddie.
Yeah, there was just a timing factor in that situation.
Ava Nepper back to serve. She is the setter, so she's setting from the back row now.
Oh, that might have been
It
out.
would have been out. It's hard to tell. When in doubt, go for it.
2-0 in favor of the Indians here early on. You can see the scoreboard pretty prevalent in your screen. Very hot, a lot of fans going on around the stands. A lot of people created fans of their own. The fans have created fans. Outside set to Malone. Malone crushes it right down on him. Her 5th of the night.
Such a consistent player.
Chapman back to serve. She has 2 aces in the match. 2-1 in favor of the Indians. Chapman shifted her direction a little bit. Changes where she's going.
Free ball. Let's capitalize on this free ball.
Out to Malone. Malone tips it off their hands. Can't get it down, but play still going here. Nice pass over. Borton tips it off the hands. Nope, out of bounds.
And Sandwich now with the lead of 3-1.
Short one, hits the net again. I say again, I'm not sure if she has hit the net before, but as a team, we don't keep that stat, but they have had many service errors. 3-2 is your score in favor of the Indians. Nice service by Olivia. Back set. They got a touch, but we can't get that next level.
Looks like they bring their 6'1" freshman back into the lineup there.
Olivia out to Evie.
Nice,
Hits
Evie.
it down hard. Nice job by Evie Martin. Her 2nd kill of the evening.
Megan Williams back into the game, or just into the game maybe.
Yeah, in this set. Malone's 4th serve. Five to 3 in favor of the Indians.
If you didn't tune into the other games, our freshman team lost in 3 and our JV team won in 3.
Nice.
Good
up.
dig.
She remembered that from last time. Moved it to a different location.
I would try to get out of the way. That's hard when it came right down over the top of her. Sandwich with the lead of 6-3.
Out Williams. She
Nice.
crushes it down. Hit the net on her follow through.
Net on that swing.
She had it hit hard, but just on that follow through. 7-3. Largest deficit Norsemen have faced this year. It hits the top, that divider, that gym divider. Coach Grayson not going to take a timeout yet. 8-3.
Little miscommunication on who was taking that one in the middle.
Ends up working out.
Newark with the side out, score 4-8. Maggie Scott at the line for us to serve.
Maggie has 1 ace on the evening, and this is her 4th serve in the match. Down 4. That's it
Out.
long.
The block was ready
they
there.
Had 3 blockers, and the freshman saw that and had to adjust the way she was hitting. Oh, what a beautiful service by Maggie to get her 2nd ace of the night.
6-8. We're on the comeback here.
Yeah, right back in it.
Great short serve. A little bit of a
They
lift
called the
there.
lift.
They did call it.
just a little too much. You
Little
can
too
do
much.
that. That I mean,
Yep, you can have a pretty good throw on the ball. She just took it from too far behind her.
that's
To
illegal
left.
too. That's a double. You know, and it'll be a timeout here.
Tied up at 8-8.
We'll keep it here. Village Bible Church. They have 5 campuses, and I know you're familiar with it over at the Sugar Grove campus.
Absolutely. I get to serve as the kids ministry director there at Sugar Grove.
And I'm the campus pastor at the Indian Creek out in Shabana. And we have a good friend, Steve Lombardo, who is, they already opened the campus, the Plano campus, right over there by Walmart area, and used to be called Plano Bible. But about 5-6 months ago, they officially became adopted into the Village Bible Church family, and they're having a grand opening September 9th.
Absolutely. Their service time is at 10 o'clock there in Plano at Village Bible Church. So if you don't have a home church or you want to check it out, that would be a great Sunday to come and visit. September 9th again, that Sunday at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, villagebible.org is the address there.
Maggie
8-8.
Scott with the serve.
Comes right back. Blockers are up. Good dig. Set on the outside to Williams. Williams pounds it down, gets the kill. Her 6th of the night.
She went deep there. That was a hard one for the back row to get a good position on because it was coming high.
Maggie up serving again. 9 serves.
Take the first lead of the game here.
There's an overpass. Williams gets the hit. Can't get it down. Here's a play. Back set to Evie.
Beautiful.
Evie gets the kill.
She didn't have a blocker up there, and she saw that and went for it. That was a smart set, too, by Olivia
That's
to
exactly
just hit that
what I was
opening
gonna
there.
say. 15th assist by Olivia. Maggie Scott with her 10th serve. 10-8. Norseman lead. Floater on
Nice
this one.
short serve.
Free ball over. Should get something good here. Into Chapman. Chapman just finds an open
Beautiful.
spot.
Nice spot. She read that. She saw that opening and just gave that little dink to the side of the ball.
Chapman's 2nd kill of the evening. Maggie Scott will continue her ways of serving. 11-8 in favor of the Lady Norsemen. She just continues to throw floaters over. Free ball over. We should get something good here again. Back set to Evie. Evie rolls and can't
Going
get
long.
it.
Side out 9-11 now.
She'll get a nice one here. Out to Chapman. Chapman hits it down. Out of bounds. Almost like her timing was off on the jump initially on her approach. 11-10 in favor of the Norsemen. Or as we used to say, 10 serving 11. Out to Chapman. Chapman just finds a spot. That's
And
a
a
lift.
lift.
Nothing they could do about that.
Morgan Richards back for the serve now with the Newark's lead of 12-10 in the second set of the match.
Richards has a single ace on the evening. Looking to spread that lead out a little bit more. And gets the ace.
Right there. She got just what you asked for.
Yeah, thank you, Morgan Richards. Southpaw. Nice service. Ball coming over. Out to Williams. Williams hits it off the hands. They pull it up.
Back row down ball. Maddie
Pass
Malone with
that.
the up. Taking it from behind her head. That works.
Yep. Long head. Again, you had blockers there. And we'll continue serving for Morgan Richards. A 14-10 lead for the Lady Norsemen. The 9th serve of the match for Morgan. Nice spot. Create a free ball here, basically. Good up. That was a
She got it.
perfect pass set.
She got all of that ball. She wanted that one. That was a nice setup there as a team. 15-10 lead for Newark, and Sandwich has called a timeout.
Yeah, now your daughter my daughter and Cassidy Adams, who you saw do that outstanding play in the JV game. If you didn't see that, you'll have to watch the tape delayed of that. But they all played at Uno, and it's a club volleyball program in Joliet, and excellent program. Terry Bransky runs that program. What can you say about the Uno program?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know where it's at, it's in Joliet, kind of not too far over from the Joliet Junior Campus, kind of on that side of town. They run boys and girls programs. I believe it starts at age 11 up through 18, and then they have multiple levels of play at each level.
Check them out at unovbc.com. Morgan Richards continuing to serve. Nice service. Good pass. Wide set. Williams got the kill. Her 8th of the night. They've been making a living on those kills, and they're actually even a wide open space right in the middle, and they're just abusing it. Nice job by Megan Williams.
Just a little long.
Morgan had a nice run there,
She
16-11.
did. Great run for Morgan at the line. Their libero's back to serve.
Freshman's out of the game. Slide, Chapman trying to
it was a good
resolve it.
idea. Set was a little low there. But it was a great idea. I know they've been working on some tandems and more quick stuff in practice, so it'll be fun as we just continue to get in the groove of improved passing. You need really accurate passing to run a faster offense, and so that just continues to come for the Norsemen. Naomi Sweeney is back in the game now for Megan Williams to play the back row, and she has got serve. We are up 17-12.
Naomi's 5th serve of the match. Chapman with the overpass, gets the kill.
Beautiful spot, too. That line that we've talked about earlier, that's open. That deep line has been open all night, and she saw that.
(18-12). Lady Norseman with the lead. You see the scoreboard there. Touch. Always gives time for the defense. Here's a pass to Malone. Crushes it down. They're able to save it, but it hits right off the ceiling. Malone with her 6th kill of the night.
When it gets up in that ceiling, it is just so hard to recover from, and your change of direction, because you're moving so fast to a different position to change directions and grab that. It's tough.
Way to talk by Morgan. Chapman hits it down.
There we got the slide.
Beautiful set. Again, changing things up. Olivia's doing an excellent job of that.
So the slide, typically the middle hitter is going to come in front of the setter to the middle. So the slide is when that middle hitter comes behind the setter.
20-12, Norseman lead. Oh, Chapman is not going to be happy with herself on watching that one. She had an easy overpass and just wasn't able to get around the other blocker, and as a result, 20-13, Norseman still retain the lead. Out to Malone. Malone hits it out wide.
It was wide.
She was going line, wasn't she?
She was definitely going line, and she was on that ball.
Well, it was pretty obvious that line was so available right there. We'll go back to Chapman. She has to adjust, gets the kill.
Good adjustment.
Her 6th of the night.
Kendra Borton is back in the game now. Hitting middle for us in the front row as Maddie Chapman's back to serve with a score of 21-14 in favor of Newark.
She has 5 serves, 2 kills, or 2 aces. Miss hit by Sandwich. Norseman with a commanding lead here in the second set. They won the first one, 25-14. They're looking to replicate that in the second one. I wouldn't have guessed that they were doing that.
We had a slow
Just
start
missed.
this game, that's for sure. We fought back here.
22-15.
Short serve.
Oh, nice.
Good hustle in, Naomi.
Borton gets the hit over. In the net. on
I think that was on Olivia, but I am not positive. I thought he
0-5.
held up 8.
Yeah. So he must have. That must be an 8.
Good pass. Good idea on the dump, Olivia. They covered it.
Just a free ball
All right,
over.
we need a big block here.
Morgan went for that. It was a little bit above her head. Naomi was right there to receive it. Pulled within 5. Sandwich with the serve. 17-22. Favor of the Norsemen. Go right back to Malone here. Right off the hands, and they pull it up. Just can't get it. We'll give her the kill on that with a nice play there. Just weren't able to control that at all.
That's 7 kills on the night for Maddie Malone.
Olivia with the serve. 23-17. Ball coming over. Hit into the net. Borton was there if needed, and the barn door is closing here. 24-17 in favor of the Lady Norsemen. The 8th service by Olivia.
This is match point here. Set 2.
Still in. Way to talk by Maggie.
Good adjustment by Maggie to come up and take that set.
Borton got the block.
A block for the win by Kenna.
Abby Martin and Kenna Borton both get the assisted block because they both went up for it. Blocks only happen if we score a point off of it, and sometimes you heard us earlier. What were the scores there, Monica? Sorry about that.
Newark takes the victory, 25-14 and 25-17, giving us an overall record on the season of 3-0.
3-0. So getting back to the block, the blocks only count if we score a point. And so we can get many touches, but the blocks only count when we get the point. We'll go to commercial. We'll be right back and go over stats and our players of the game. We'll be right back.
Wiffles Hybrids is in business for one reason, to help corn growers be more profitable. With hybrids loaded with the highest performing genetics and the most advanced traits, and employees who genuinely care about your success, plant Wiffles. Because profitability starts with better products and better people. For more information, contact Richard Kunkel, your Wiffles Hybrid Seed Rep in Newark at 815-482-0005. At Wiffles, you're more than a number.
Well, we appreciate all of our sponsors. Our game sponsor tonight, NCG Cinemas, ncgmovies.com. Make sure you click the Yorkville option. Let's go over some of the stats, and then we'll talk about our rock-solid player of the game, sponsored by Central Limestone, and our Sport Clips player of the game. So when we go straight down the line here alphabetically, Kenna Borton, she ended with 1 assisted block. Maddie Chapman had 2 aces on 6 serves. She also had 6 kills and an assisted block as well. Maddie Malone, she had 7 kills. Abby Martin, 3 kills and assisted block there at the end. Olivia Nelson ended with 1 assisted block and 23 assists. Morgan Richards with 2 aces. Maggie Scott with 2 aces. Numerous digs, I'm sure. We just got those stats in here for the digs. Let's see if I can come up with them. Maggie Scott had 5, 10, 14 digs in that. Malone had 5 digs. Olivia Nelson also had a dig. Chapman had a dig. Those are the people we've already talked about. Morgan Richards, again, with 2 aces. Maggie Scott with those 2 aces that we talked about. Naomi Sweeney had an ace. And then Megan Williams with 8 kills and a dig. Also, Sweeney had 4 digs in the evening as well. Great game by the Lady Norsemen, again winning at 25-14 in set 1, 25-17 in set 2. I mean, it's great to see them get a victory.
It is. It is. They came out tough, even though there was a slow start to that second game. They eventually got that offense running again. They're a solid team, and they're not easily flustered.
Our great play of the game. So what we're doing is we're creating a highlight reel, and you can check that out on our Facebook page. Those are our great plays of the game, sponsored by Great Logistics. Chad Norquist, get a hold of him, and they can ship just about anything and drive anything to anywhere. They've got a couple 3 trucks in their fleet. Wonderful people. But if I had to identify a play of the game for this evening, it would definitely be Cassidy Adams in that JV game.
That was a phenomenal save on her birthday.
On her birthday. I mean, she sprinted to the very back of the gym, one hand pounded it over. They ended up getting the point on it right after that.
And the place erupted here at that one.
The place really did erupt. Well, Central Limestone, our sponsor for the rock solid player of the game. Who we going with for that, Monica?
Tonight we're going with Maddie Chapman for our rock solid player. Maddie came out with 6 kills on the night and 2 aces. She was strong at that, and a block as well. I believe, did she have a dig on the other sheet as well?
Oh, yeah, and she had a dig.
And I think a dig tonight. So, yeah, Maddie had a rock-solid game for us tonight. She was finding the hole and making some adjustments as they worked through timing issues, and she came out strong for us.
Yeah, second night in a row for Maddie Chapman, getting that Central Limestone rock-solid player of the game. And our Sport Clips player of the game goes to?
It goes to Megan Williams. She led all hitters tonight with 8 kills. And came out strong playing there and a dig as well.
Yeah, and I think one of Megan's biggest strengths tonight was just hitting it hard, because a couple of those weren't the most ideal location, but because of how hard she hit it, they had no time to react. She was hitting it in the center court later on in the match. She just found holes, and she got kills. She only had 14 attempts and got 8 kills out of those 14 attempts. So that's pretty awesome to see.
It was a strong showing for her. I'm sure she's going to be excited about that play tonight. But for those hitters, those plays don't happen without a good pass coming and without a great set coming. And so I love to see the team effort that Newark has.
Yeah, for my Sports Wire friends, we'll be back. We'll bring you a tape delayed of the games at Mantino. What we do is we just record those and then we upload them. They will be available to our password-only site for those people that have that password-only section. You'll be able to see those games. So if you are a fan of the Newark Norsemen, you're connected with us somehow, then you can request one of those passwords. We don't give them out to everybody, but we'd love for you to have them. So our next game will be not until
Saturday.
Next week. Yeah, and
Saturday's tournament.
That's our next game that the girls will be playing. We won't be able to show you anything until next week.
We're slotted to play at this point, I believe, at 9, 11, and 1, and then 2 more matches after that, potentially, depending on how we do in the morning. So it could be a 5-match Saturday for us.
Yeah, we hope it will be.
Absolutely.
For Monica Williams, I'm Phil Chapman. Thanks for joining us on My Sports Wire. So long, friends.